Yes, school do limit our future, and I can prove it to you by asking you one simple question. Do you have something to die for? I was lucky enough to find my passion during high school. But as you would guess, it didn't happen in actual school, just when I joined a volunteering organization in my city. There, I had to observe our community, the problems it faces, and then come up with projects to solve them. To raise funds, we organized each year a music festival, and I can say that I've learned more there than in my normal education. I had the space to discover what I like, learn new skills, and build a network. Therefore, now I have a passion for event management.
Lost call, but I'm alright. I'm going all in all night. Ain't looking for a clean, fair fight. Like the street lights got me. My resellers downtown's off. The box stops here. Ain't nothing but calm and clear. No pain, no trouble, no fear. I'm a hot shot stacked up here. So they go up.
The problem was that I saw no career opportunities with this. I was really discouraged by my classmates and their choices as they were all opting for medicine, law, or informatics. I was really lucky with my friends and parents as they both supported me in choosing leisure and events management in the Netherlands. Happy with my decision, now I see ex-classmates, friends, or people in this very university who do studies they are not passionate about, who are not happy with what they are doing but are afraid to change, as they are pressured by the culture and time to have a diploma. And talking about diplomas, they lost their value over time as more and more people are going to university. So having a diploma will not ensure you with a job. The educational system in most of the countries in the world is based on rigorous, old, industrial era based policies, where they focus on teaching theory with no connection to how it can be applied. This can be easily seen in the Romanian educational system, on which I focus my research. So, I am angry at this educational system. I am angry when I see people wasting their life, working for something they find dreadful or boring. I am angry when they miss opportunities because of cultural or social pressure. I am angry when they are not allowed to search for their passion or experience the world. I can see the effect of this educational system in our current society, in the behavior of people, that continuous need to compete with everybody, to have the newest car, the newest smartphone, or the nicest house. And this is because success is defined by our economic and political environment. Can you think back of times when parents, teachers, or other peers told you what success is? Deep down, we all keep on thinking that we have to be perfect, have a perfect life, a perfect body, perfect job, or perfect partner. That pressure had an effect on each and every one of us, so now, when I look around me, I either see fake people or people who are tired, burnt out, anxious, or even depressed. I would like to clarify that depression is not the opposite of happiness, but the opposite of vitality, as the writer Andrew Solomon states. Depression is not being sad, as you might all think. It's about feeling nullity and losing your purpose. And here are some concerning facts about depression. 60% of children who suffer from depression do not receive any treatment, and around 800,000 people who suffer from depression commit suicide, according to the World Health Organization. So then we could think that, okay, let's try and reach happiness. But is happiness then our end goal? Personally, after these 14 weeks of expedition, I have changed my perspective on life as I acknowledge that happiness is not an end goal but a process of our day-to-day life. Therefore, finding your passion would help with this whole process, and that is what education should focus on. To bring change in any area, I believe we should first change the educational system, as that is where our mentality is firstly formed. Throughout my research, I have discovered that different countries have different problems, such as lack of access to education, lack of connection between teachers and students, or poor quality of education. What most countries have in common is the ignorance or lack of dedication from teachers and school staff, as Sir Ken Robinson also states in his book. Personally, I do not blame solely the teachers, as I know they are influenced by politics and economics. I know I mostly focused my research on the Romanian educational system, but I think all of you can think back of your high school years and come up with at least one teacher who was not made for teaching. Wouldn't you want to change that? In the first 2 months of my expedition, I felt overwhelmed by the complexity of the educational system and its flaws. But during one of our classes, we were shown the two loops model. This model explains how an old system can be transitioned into a new one. The fact that I found schools all over the world who have different teaching methods, different organizational systems together with a constructivism view on education, gave me hope that change is possible. And the change is already happening, but it's scattered around the world, therefore it needs to be connected. This change is massive, and what I understood from my personal expedition is that it will take time, but it will happen because there are so many passionate people working already on changing the system, and more are joining every day. I know I mentioned earlier constructivism, but I know not everybody is acquainted to it. I believe constructivism is one of the best practices that is emerging right now. Constructivism is a theory that states that each person constructs their own reality, therefore their knowledge is built up on experiences they've been through. When applying it to education, we understand that each person has a unique way of learning. Therefore, in a constructivism classroom, the teachers are just facilitators of learning. There is collaboration and the authority is shared, but most importantly, children are put in situations where they can question their own assumptions. Performatory is already a really good example of how the education is changing, as we call our teacher experts who are learning together with us and give advices on projects that we have the freedom to choose based on our passions. We do meaningful changings for our clients and we can collaborate with students from other years. This expedition made me want to do a sustainable and innovative change in the educational system. Therefore, right now I am working on a project that will enable high school teachers from 4 different countries, the Netherlands, Germany, Romania and Bosnia, to come together and share their own experiences on online learning. Together, they will improve the quality of the online education for their own schools and come up with some innovative ideas. This will bring a shift in mindset and create a co-creative environment that is mandatory when it comes to change. So, I am asking you again, did you find something to die for? Because I did, and I love every minute of it.